All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this is going to be a review of the first episode of Last of Us. If you guys didn't see, I was on John's channel last night doing a review with them also, but I wanted to do one here on our channel. So I'm just going to kind of just quickly talk about it and what I thought about it and what I liked, what I maybe didn't like, and how much I think it went along with the game. It's been a long time since I played the game, but I do remember a lot of it, I would say. So please, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all the love you guys give us, and like and comment also, and share us with some people. Let people know about us. Trying to get out there. So yeah, guys, let's hop right into this. So we open up with kind of the same way with Sarah waking up, and she goes to her normal day, goes to school, comes home, helps out the neighbor. We see the relationship with her and Joel. Really love the way they expanded on this relationship, guys. I really love this episode overall. I think they changed a few things, obviously. But I really like where they went with this. I really like how they filled in the gaps and the things they did change. I don't think took away from anything from the story or the game. If you do love the game, I think you can still love this. So things start happening. They watch a movie together. It's his birthday. She gets his watch fixed for him. They watch this movie. She falls asleep. He puts her in the bed, and then who calls? We all know. And he's got an issue. He's in jail. Apparently somebody was being infected and attacked one of the waitresses. He tried to help her, and he got locked up for it. So we know that happened. So Joel goes to get him out, and Sarah wakes up, and she realizes Daddy's not home. She gets outside. The dog comes in the house while she's looking for Joel. The dog's freaking out. She's trying to take the dog back home. The dog doesn't want to go back home. She goes next door. She notices there's some weird stuff. It's dark. Nobody's answering her. She's yelling out their names. She gets to the back. We see the creepy lady, older lady, eating them with the things coming out of her mouth. We see that. And then we get the great scene from the beginning of the game. Where they're trying to go get out of Dodge, and they get stuck behind the traffic. They have to back up, go back through the town. All this stuff happens. The plane comes down. That's a crazy scene, right? Insane visual effects in this show so far too. Really good stuff. So they wind up crashing. Joel gets Sarah, gets the heck out of there. And they run into a soldier where he's on the radio like, hey, look, she's got a sprained ankle. She's hurt. And apparently they're like, yeah, we don't really care. Get rid of them. So unfortunately, that's probably what would happen. So the military guy starts shooting, and Joel gets out of the way, but unfortunately she dies. And dies. Oh man, heartbreakingly. And I did rewatch that first opening of the game, and man, that scene is so good, and it's so almost exact to the game where she's struggling and she's in pain, and he's like, I know, baby girl, I know, I have to help you, I know. Man, it's so gut-wrenching, and it really does, like I said, bring home the relationship that they have, and just that it's just them now. The mom isn't there anymore. It's just them now. So it's a really great opening. Now we flash forward 20 years, and we're in Boston. Actually, I don't remember where the original game was, but I know it's different. It wasn't Boston. And we're in the city, and we see Joel, and just kind of how life is in the city right now, with the military pretty much taking over. And Joel's got this job where he's burning the bodies, unfortunately, of the people. Then we cut to Tess. Tess is in the middle of being interrogated. She's captured by Robert, right? Isn't it Robert? I believe it's Robert in the beginning of the game. And he is interrogating her, and he's like, "Look, I don't want no trouble, man, but I have no choice now. I have you kidnapped. My guys beat you up. I kind of have no choice, but I have to kill you." And she's like, "Look, we can get out of this. Let it go. What about your man?" And she's like, "Don't worry about it. He works for me." So we cut to them. He obviously lets her go. We cut to Joel. He comes home. Tess shows up. It was over the bad deal for the battery. Sorry, I forgot about that. It was the battery deal. In the game, it was drugs or pills. We see them having this conversation. Or no, well, first we see Joel doing his little drug deal thing, because he's still got the pills thing going in the show, but looks like it's separate from Tess, or at least she's not part of that. And they get screwed over for the battery by Robert. Then they basically are like, all right, well, look, we got to go after Robert. We got to find out where he's at. We got to go after him. They figure out where he's at, and we get that cool scene from the game again, where they're going through the tunnels and stuff. I tell you what, rewatching the game recently, I will say I would have liked them to have had one scene where he had to boost her up and she had to help him back up. I just think that would have been cool to add in, because it happens a few times in the game. In that first scene especially. I just thought that would have been a cool addition, but they didn't do it, so no big deal. But yeah, they go through the tunnels. We get to where Robert is. We already see his dudes are taken out. There's already an issue going on there. Not quite like the game. This is where some of the bigger changes come in, as far from the game to the show. So in the game, you're on a mission. You and Tess are on a mission to go take down Robert for the pills and get the guns back. I think it is guns and drugs. I think it's mostly guns, though. Actually, now that I think about it, it's just guns. But the reason she was kidnapped was the pills. But in the game, the guns are why they go after Robert. Anyway, so they get to Robert, and Miranda's already there. The Fireflies are actually the ones that tried to do a deal with him and his guys for the battery that they stole from Joel and Tess, that they're trying to get back. And I also want to talk about how we get Ellie too. So Ellie and Miranda's played by the same woman that played her in the game. Really love that choice. I love who they got to play Ellie. I don't know her name off the top of my head. Sorry. I have seen her in a few other things, though. She's a really good actress, actually. She's really fun to watch. She's really especially fun in this show. She gets to really let loose. But yeah, we see that they have her chained up because she's been bit, and it's been a few weeks now, and they're interrogating her, making sure she's not showing any signs of infection, which we see signs of what will happen to you and the time length and all that stuff as we're going through, which is really fun. So they're finally ready to move her, and Miranda is definitely in charge, because she is telling them, look, just follow orders, stop asking questions, because they keep asking, what's going on with this girl? What are we doing? Are we keeping our air? What are we doing? And finally she's like, look, this girl's been bit. She's not infected. She pulls one of her lieutenants aside. I can't remember her name now either. But she's like, look, man, what's going on? And Miranda's like, look, we got this girl. She's been bit. She might be the cure. We got to get her the hell out of here. So now when Miranda and Joel and Tess meet up, she's like, look, we need the battery back. And she's like, I'll help you out with the battery. I'll get you all the supplies you need. You got to take this girl out of the city for me. You got to get her to the other Firefly stronghold, which is part of the game. And they'll give you anything you want. Don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. So they finally agree. And then we get the great scene of them sneaking out of the city, man. Well, we do get a scene first, too, where they go back to the apartment, which is a really fun scene. And that's actually pulled out of the game, too, because when he wakes up, she says something to him like, you mumble in your sleep. And that's a line right from the game, which is really fun. So then Tess comes back and she's like, look, we got to go. It's time to go now. So they start getting out there. They go through the buildings and they get into the tunnel again, and they get out on the other side, and all the spotlights are everywhere and everybody's looking for them, or not for them, but looking for anybody that's trying to sneak out. And they get out of the city, and they're starting to make their way out, sneaking through, and they run into the guy that Joel sold the pills to. And what do we think? He's going to probably let him go, right? Nope, not in this world. Unfortunately, he basically tries to arrest them, and when he goes to, because he checks them, see if they're infected, and when he goes to check Ellie, she freaks out, and that's when Joel takes his move, and he just pounds the heck out of him. But before that, I do want to talk just a little bit more about that scene. Man, that scene reminds me of the game so much, and that particular mission trying to get out of there, when they're trying to get out of the city, man. That is so spot on, so perfectly done. I thought they did such a great job with the way it looked, the feeling, all that stuff. I think they really hit it out of the park with that. Hi, Scooby. Say hi to everybody. Say my doober doos. Hey, doober doos. Mr. Man. So we get out of the city, and he beats the heck out of this guy. And yeah, guys, this is sort of where we end the first episode with them, trying to get, they're walking down the street, and you see the tower leaning on the other tower from the game. Another great shot from the game. They pulled right out of the game. And yeah, that's kind of just where we end this episode. And again, guys, just overall thoughts, man, it's so good. It's so good. It brings you in. It makes you want to watch more. I really, really want to see where this goes. I mean, even though I know the story, I really want to see it played out in live action and in a show. So, guys, I'm so excited for this. Can't wait to talk about it next week. Please come look for us at Movie Lovers United on Wednesday nights. I will be over there also doing a review of Last of Us with them, and then I'm going to also be doing this every week too. So look out for that. I might have somebody else with me as we go through, just as people catch up on it on the channel with us. So that will probably happen. Again, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Again, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. And as you can see, also, I want to mention down at the bottom there, the Benverse. If you guys don't know what this is, please go on Facebook and look up the Benverse and join the group. It is a few channels. I believe we have 7 right now that are all joining together under Ben. Our head geek here at Multiverse of Geekdom, Ben Rayner. There was a few other channels that he worked with over his time online, and we all just wanted to honor him and sort of form a coalition of sorts, an Avengers of channels, if you will. So look out for things coming from all of us, guys. There's so many of us in this, so please look for all of us. But yeah, guys, you can find me on Twitter at Jedi Master Tuck. Also, you can also find me in the Facebook group, Multiverse of Geekdom. But yeah, guys, I really like this show, and I'm really glad it's on finally, and it's here, and we can watch it. So, love you guys. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.